You're watching Good Morning Kentucky with Lee Cruz, Haley Harmon, meteorologist Dylan Godet, and sports with Sara Cardona. ABC 36, on your side.
Good morning, Kentucky. I'm Sara Cardona. On Tuesday, the Schlarman Strong annual golf outing took place with proceeds benefiting the Schlarman Family Fund. 90 golfers participated. The entire coaching staff was at the event and many former players and supporters. ABC 36's Chris Bolton was there and has the details.
Chris Bolton here at beautiful King Trace Course, where we have some great weather, perfect weather to play some golf, and also the perfect weather to honor one great man, John Schlarman, former Kentucky offensive line coach, for the third annual Schlarman Strong Alumni Golf Scramble. It's been a great time where we have family, friends, former players, former coaches, those who knew him well, who knew him the best, to celebrate his life and legacy. And we were able to catch up with head coach Mark Stoops, Coach Schlarman's wife, Leanne Schlarman, and also former players to continue to learn more about what made Coach Schlarman the great man and person that he was.
John was the greatest. I think everything's been said about him, but it's because it's so true, you know, and that's why we don't really want his memory to go away, because he was a very strong man and a person that could influence so many in an unassuming, easy way is special.
Such a fun coach, hard-nosed, but likable, and when it came down to getting serious, he'd get serious, but he'd cut up and almost be friends with them, but still draw the line and just be the coach that was, that they just all loved so much.
He was on a drug that actually made the bottom of his feet completely blistered. And he had a really hard time walking around, had a really hard time doing much of anything. He would go in for his chemo treatments, he would go in for checkups and everything like that. Immediately after, we would be in practice, and he would come straight out from chemo treatments, straight out from going and seeing doctor's appointments, coming straight from Houston back to Kentucky, and go straight out to practice to try to help us. And I thought that was absolutely amazing, because I knew he was in pain. You could see it in the way he walked, that his feet hurt him, that everything, like his energy was gone. He just went through chemo, for goodness sakes. And the fact that that man was still coming out and trying to give everything that he had into the men that he tried to develop was truly, truly amazing.
Now, Coach Schlarman passed away on November 12th, 2020. And as somebody who moved here after he passed, didn't know Coach Schlarman, it's really been enlightening and just amazing and beautiful to hear the stories, just hear the words that those who loved John the most have to say about him, and just continue to learn more about the person he was. And I'm telling you now, Kentucky will continue to be Schlarman Strong, as his name and legacy will live on forever. At King Trace Course, I'm Chris Bolton, ABC 36 Sports.
Thank you, Chris. And the Kentucky Gymnastics team is gearing up for the N.C.A.A. Championships that begin tomorrow in Fort Worth, Texas. The top 8 teams in the nation will compete in the meet. And for the Cats, this is only their second appearance in the N.C.A.A. Championships. Kentucky enters the meet seeded 7th and will battle top-ranked Oklahoma, 2nd-seeded Utah, and 5th-seeded UCLA.
All right. They've had a lot of success, those ladies.
They have, and no one expected them to make it to the N.C.A.A. Championships. So they're proving people wrong every step of the way.
And man, they had great weather for that golf outing.
Yeah, it looked beautiful out there, and obviously for such a great cause.
I'm glad that worked out for them. Hey, thanks for hanging with us. Got local news headlines coming up in just a moment, along with a forecast update from Dylan. More great weather on the way. We'll explain that when we come back in just a bit. You're watching Good Morning Kentucky.